Yer. That means that I'm live. What's up, everybody? Make sure you log on to doggiediamondstv.com. That is my official website. I be tripping. Sometimes I be tripping. But listen, man, on that website, you can find my social media pages, videos you might have missed. You already know how I start the show. Everything is on doggiediamondstv.com. Everything is on doggiediamondstv.com. Listen, and have you heard about my $100 promo deal? If you didn't, let me give you some details really quick. First and foremost, the promotion will be done on Doggie Diamonds TV and the Interlude TV. That's the Insta stories, the YouTube community, the threads, the Facebook, the Twitter accounts. I can promote whatever you need. But as a reminder, this is for serious inquiries only, must be Cash App ready. I can help bring more awareness to your products. Listen, hit me up at Doggie Diamonds on Instagram. Listen, man, and somebody reached out to me and I was intrigued by this, right? So it's called Safer 8 and it is it's hair grease, but this is the best alternative to petroleum-based hair grease. You know which one they mean. It's called Safer 8 hair grease, right? And it has fenugreek, neem, nettle, moringa, clove, rosemary, beeswax, castor oil, all that good stuff that you need for your scalp to help your hair grow and dandruff. And you could go to shop now, right? And it don't even really cost that much. You see right there, it ain't even a bunch of money. Sample size is a little pound. Full size is $26. And if you use code DOGGIE, DOGGIE, you get free shipping. Safer 8. Safer 8. The Safer 8. Let's go. Let's look at the same time. You see up there what this says? The Safer 8 hair grease. You see it's for you see what type of people hair that is. So we ain't gonna say it out loud, but you see it is for us basically. So that's what it is, man. Just make sure you order something, and if you need it, if you want it, and resolve dandruff, thick and soft hair. Get your hair all sparkling and glistening. I'm about to get mine, but use code DOGGIE for free shipping. Let's go. All right, now that we got that out the way, the Chakra King, Black 4197 is in the building. Sleek 41, what's up? Nate Jackson, I see you. Easy Lifting 22, what's up? Jewel King 9794, what's up? J Sweet, NJPA, what's up? I ain't see you in a minute. What's going on? Disrupting Reality NYC is in the building. We also got Tyrone James 7948 in the building. We got Kursky 456 in the building. Richard Asante 4926. Where all these numbers came from on y'all names? Y'all always had numbers on y'all name, or I'm tripping? But don't forget. Doggie Diamonds did this. Yes. Yes. What's up with y'all, man? Yes. We here. PCR. Miss MJ. No, Miss Mir J. Me. Chris Bailey, 31089. Mr. Q. Yo, what's all these? I didn't see all these numbers before, man. Y'all names got a lot of numbers. I'm tripping because I know y'all has other names. So if I butcher your name a little bit, that's because it looked crazy. You know what I'm saying? Pondering, what's up? I didn't see all these numbers before. What are they doing? Is this something different? Did they add numbers to y'all name? What's going on? We got Right Sports TV 516. That means Long Island is in the building. Strong Island. And don't forget, Doggie Diamonds did this. Yes. Okay, we got fam up in here. Joseph Asante and Richard Asante in here. Yeah, I love it. Yeah. I'm here. Make sure y'all hit that like button too. Oh, the brothers is in the building. Joseph Asante and Richard Asante. That's dope. The fam is here. The fam of the fam and the fam is here. I'm about to start rhyming like Graf. The fam and the fam and the fam of the, you know how Graf be rapping. CEO Falcone, what's up? And don't forget,
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Yes. Okay, it's boss. So the new YouTube update, they use the other name linked to the profile. Okay. Whatever they do. As long as the fam is here. MW1019. Brooklyn. The name alone. Oh, Triple G, what's up? So what my name look like? Oh, Left Rack is in the building. What my name look like? Oh, I still got my name. Hi, Anthony 1283. What's up? What's going on? What's up, y'all? I'm here, man. I'm here. What's up, everybody? I'm Doggie Diamonds. I gotta put the shades on. Okay. I'm here. Shout out to everybody. So this is something that needs to be spoken about, and the way I'm going to speak about it is going to be a little different, because I know nobody's really going to cover this like this or speak about it from this perspective. I had something down here. Is this it right here? Yeah, this is it right here. So I would like to show y'all this, but I'm going to keep y'all on the screen as well as I read it. So what I want to do is just want to go to a shared screen, but I'm going to keep y'all on the screen as well, because y'all are a part of the show. And I got a noise cancellation on, and I don't know if I like it too much, but I'll listen back and post and see if I like it. I don't want it to be cutting me off. I'm real crazy about audio. Because I come from audio, I know about noise compression, noise cancellation, all of that. So if the compressor is too high, it'll cut off like before I finish my words and all of that. So yeah, I got oh, ice cream once a month. I had ice cream today. No lie. Triple darkness. I know that's you. Had that ice cream today, but I had the Halo top. But I don't really be liking to say brands, because they won't be showing me no love. You know, we using on the platform. But listen, right? So I'm gonna come here because I want to keep y'all on the screen so I could read to y'all and keep it on the screen at the same time. So it says, Ja Rule disses 50 Cent and defends Max B over jumping rumors. And this is from Hot New Hip Hop, of course, who I think is one of the best, or if not the best website for news. So it says, Ja Rule promised to explain the alleged jumping today after 50 Cent and Max B chimed in on these murky rumors. I gotta use that name murky from now on in my vocabulary. I don't want to be using murky too much. Even when the Ja Rule story had nothing to do with 50 Cent, they still find a way to throw shade at each other. Rumors swirled this week that Max B crew allegedly jumped Ja backstage at a Brandy and Monica concert. And see, they put it out there that Max B did it, but they won't come back out there and say he had nothing to do with it. And that's what I want to talk about tonight. So a lot of people say, and a lot of people ran with it, Max B knocked Ja Rule out. Max B knocked Ja Rule out. But me, with my discernment and me not being a dick rider or a follower, I said, why would Max B flip on Ja Rule? That don't really make no sense. Or why would they get into it with Ja Rule? And I seen people, no, because Max fucked with Fifth. And I'm like, yo, y'all are just bugged out. And I'm going to tell you why it's wrong to do shit like that, and why it's wrong to, first of all, false report. And then it's wrong to spread rumors. And then it's wrong to stand on it and don't even clean it up. You just leave it like that. So all the people who put the video out that it was so-called Max B in them, you could hear Max B on the stage performing when the Ja Rule and the scuffle was going on. But see how people were just blaming on Max, because people rather run with the rumor before they run with the truth, and they want to be the first one to break the story like they know what they talking about. And it was cap from the beginning. But Max B himself denied the claims. And let's keep it going. And it says, after Ja responses, he said that the story was overblown and that he didn't suffer any injuries or too much stress. However, with other alleged eyewitnesses claiming that he did receive a punch, folks continue to scrutinize what little footage is available. Exactly. It's important to note that these clips didn't show any contact. Nevertheless, the MC promised via Twitter to explain everything that happened on his Icon Live platform Sunday, which he did. And of course, it went back with the 50 Cent thing. You know, 50 Cent, you know, jumped in it and people was tagging 50 and all that. You know, it's just weird because for some reason people just love to make 50 and Ja Rule keep going at it. Even when they don't even think about each other, even when they don't say things about each other, people will tag 50 in something related to Ja Rule if it's a alleged Ja Rule loss or anything. So it's people who's keeping that going. It's the so-called fans. And I'm gonna tell you why it's bad and it's dangerous. Elsewhere on the social media platform, Ja Rule defended himself and also said Max B has nothing to do with this. Don't put this sucker ish on Max jacket. That man just came home. This ain't got nothing to do with Max and his people. That's real. That's real to say that because again, people ran out there. People ran out there and was saying Max B knocked Ja Rule out. And I'm not gonna play the Ja Rule video because it's not my content. And you know, I could get a flag for the content, so I'm not gonna play the video. But you could you know, you could look at it for yourself. Now, let me tell you why this is dangerous. Let me tell you why this is dangerous. And I said it's dangerous to hip hop. First of all, hip hop is down bad right now. We got a lot of underground groups that I love and that y'all love that are doing what they got to do, but the streams is bad. The YouTube streams are bad. I just seen something that YouTube streams are down 80% cross-platform. So everybody platform is going through it right now. A lot of people live chats is not really lit like that, like how they used to be. I don't know what's going on across platform, but all of our numbers, they doing a lot of stuff to mess up the hip hop culture because most of our platforms, especially us in the so-called urban or the YouTube, the dirty section, or the urban guys or the guys from our culture that's of this culture, they doing shit to us. So you can hear many of us complain about our views being down, our live streams, they're not sending the notifications out. They doing a lot of stuff. You hear many people saying it, and it is real and it's true. You know, so as once you seen somebody getting 300,000 views, their views start depleting and all that, and they're doing that across platform to all of us. All of us, even whether we cool or not, it's happening to all of us. But the fans don't know and the viewers don't know. But you realize you're not getting notifications. You're not even knowing when we go live. You're not even knowing when we upload any new content. And that's not our doing. We doing what we got to do, but they're not notifying you. They're making sure that you don't get the content. So you're wondering like what the hell is going on, but they're doing that to us cross-platform. It's a lot of people, even some of the big time YouTubers with millions, 15, 16 million subscribers are complaining about it. So it's happening. Although that's not none of us, but like I said, there's something they're doing cross-platform. So for me to have 280 something thousand subscribers and only have like 100 something people in the room, you know people are not getting the notification because I got more people that rock with me if I go live on IG or whatever the case may be. So, and then it's happening to everybody. I seen my bro Nina Boy, he got a big subscriber base. He had like 94 people in his room. I'm like, how the hell he only got 94 people? So I pay attention to my peers in this culture and be like, yo, why is there nobody in his room? Why is it, what's this on? But this is what they doing to us, right? So what's happening is hip hop is down bad. We seen it wasn't in the top 40 this year, right? But hip hop doesn't come from the top 40 or nothing like that. So that didn't bother me. That didn't bother me not seeing it in the top 40 because real hip hop, real dope songs has never really charted like that. But the streams are down for everybody. So what's happening that people, the audience is saying, and I questioned it before on my IG, and the audience is saying, well, hip hop is whack right now, it's down. So all the rappers are pivoting into podcasting. That's what they're doing because the streams is down. So they feel like they can't make no money from the stream. So they're pivoting into podcasting, right? And then in pivoting into podcasting, they want to get now a new stream via podcasting and YouTube and all that other stuff, right? So that means music is being left bad. But I told y'all last year, no, 2 years ago, that they was trying to phase out hip hop and they was trying to push more Afro beats and Latin music, and hip hop will never die. You know, I heard all of that. But see, what y'all don't understand, once it becomes systematic, It's a little bit bigger than us because what's happened is you think that people are not dropping songs. You're thinking that a lot of music is not coming out, and it is, but when it becomes systematic and they don't want to push it, then you won't get it. You have to sort it out and search it. But now you pick and choose who you want to follow and what you want to look and mess with, right? So what happens is you're not seeing a lot of stuff. You understand what I'm saying? You're not seeing a lot of stuff. You don't know Ransom dropped 4 albums. You might be like, who? You might not even know Westside just put out a new album. Rome Streets dropped the album with Conductor. You might not even know in Shay Noir and the other young, I always butcher her name, dropped the album. You might not even know The Bad Seed put out an album. You might not even know a lot of people are putting out albums because they don't want you to know. You might not even know Killer Priest dropped the album, The Abraxas 2, if he didn't do interviews and stuff because they don't want you to know. They are trying to dead the culture. I told y'all that. And even Ebro got the phone call. But I guess, Ebro word might be more than mine. That's why the radio is down bad. The streams are down bad. The platforms is down bad. And reason why this is a bad look for hip hop, because, okay, there's no tours. Dudes are doing spot dates and dudes are doing spot dates and dudes are doing little club stores, little clubs and stuff like that, but they're not doing arenas or stadiums, right? They're not doing arenas and stadiums. The most successful tour was the Kendrick tour, but that was Kendrick based off all the hype and all that. But then you see when other people like Rhapsody, Joey Badass, and Ab Soul want to go out on tour, there's no ticket sales. They got to cancel the tour. And then he says, my mental health. Everybody always say mental health and shit when there's no ticket sales for that. When you look at Kendrick is the only one who had a successful tour. They body R&B. There's no R&B groups. We see 112 with 2 niggas. We see Total with 2 people. We see Guy Part 2. We see a lot of going on in R&B. There is no music about love no more. There is no music about camaraderie. Love is all music that's hypersexual, hoes, bitches, loyal. Chris Brown had a successful tour, right? So you got Chris Brown with a successful tour, Kendrick with a successful tour, and Beyonce with a successful tour. Now we got Monica and Brandy trying to do a tour together, right? The Boy Is Mine tour. So what happens? They try to inject hip hop acts on the tour because hip hop acts cannot headline a tour. I'm talking about acts cannot headline a tour. Hip hop acts cannot headline a tour. YoungBoy tour was successful because it's the first time he ever toured. And he's young. The youth is going to support. But once you start getting 35, 40, 45, and you see the ticket is $700, $800, if it ain't Beyonce, you're not going. That's just the truth. But hear me out. So Monica and Brandy, who are not hip hop, they are R&B. So what they want to do is they say, damn, let's get some hip hop in here. So they bring out Max B. They got Ja Rule in the building. They got Fat Joe in the building. They're going to bring out Dax. What the hell would make you fight at an R&B tour and become a security risk for the rest of the tour now? Because now the insurance people who control the stadiums, who don't want to do no urban tours, can say, yo, you can't bring no more hip hop acts. It's a security risk. We don't want to insure the tour. We don't want to insure it. Ja Rule, security risk. Max B. So they blame Max B. Max B knocked Ja Rule out. So what y'all did was all the people who ran with the rumor just made him a security risk for tours now. Because rumor has it he knocked out Ja Rule. But people will run where he knocked out Ja Rule, but the same way you're false reported, you won't come back and say, oh, nah, there was a mistake. Max is good. People won't even take the video down. They'll leave the video up. So what happens is the venues, the sponsors, nobody wants to insure hip hop now. Because y'all are wild and unruly and wilding out backstage. So what makes somebody flip on Ja Rule? On the Boy Is Mine tour, a R&B tour, what make you say, there go Ja Rule, I'm gonna punch him in the face, or we gonna flip on Ja Rule? Because what you did was you fucking it up for everybody. And what that means is that instead of hip hop being in the building and hip hop being safe, and yo, you could do this R&B, because before hip hop got major tours, hip hop used to go on tour with R&B would act. So it would be New Edition would take Houdini out and they would have the R&B, but they would be able to bring hip hop on the tour. So what they just did was just show, yo, hip hop is down bad. Niggas is still beefing. Niggas is still feuding. Max B got some shit tied to his name via Jim Jones. Ja Rule got some shit tied to his name via 50 Cent forever. So, yo, we got to watch who we bring out. And this is a bad look for the culture, but nobody cares. And I bet you the dudes who flipped on them probably don't make records. They probably don't rap. They probably don't sing. They probably don't produce. They probably don't do nothing. What they want to do is just get points and just say, yo, we flipped on Ja, then run and try to get points online because it's a clout thing. And that shit is fucking up the culture for the people who need touring to survive. You're taught you cannot tour. If you don't tour, you will not eat in the culture, because royalties is bad. That's always been the culture. Streams are down. So when you tour, you're going to get your money that night. Everything else, you got to wait quarterly to get your stream money and all of that. So what bonehead idiots decide to say, let's flip. Let's do some shit that caused a security problem in a major venue like the Barclays. So now you have the Barclays, the 6ix9ine. So they could just start saying, yo, we don't want no hip hop in this building. And if we do, we can't have certain people, because it's a security risk. Then NYPD could come shut shit down at any time. Yo, it's really, really bad. And remember, they're going across the country. So what happens when they hit another city and it's a hot act from the city and he want to bring his man on to get some shine to back up his vocals or whatever? You fucking it up for hip hop. That shit is not cute and it's not cool. Y'all got to learn to have self-control when y'all in these venues and you in these places and spaces, because you fucking it up for other people who don't want to fuck it up for other people. So if Ja Rule thought it was up, you don't think he would have been there with 20 dudes, 30 dudes? He there for dough. That's how I walk around. I walk around by myself. I'm not walking around looking to start shit or fight or no shit, but if it's up, it's up. But I'm like, damn, we can't even have no decorum in certain buildings, in certain places. We gotta go anywhere we go. We just gotta be like, oh, it's up, yo, it's on site. No matter where we at, it's just on site. So it's never no place where we just like, yo, all right, I see you. But for the sake of what's going on and reading the room of what's going on, we'll handle it outside. Nah, we just want to do anything. So now everybody sees the Barclays Center can start being problematic. This is Max B's first, I believe, I could be wrong, but this is Max B's first time ever touching a major stage ever. And they put on his name that he knocked Ja Rule out. You know how much you could hurt that man bookings with that BS video? And then everybody tagging 50 Cent, yo, I've been waiting. And I seen some of the comments, I've been waiting for you to respond all day, Fifth. Yo, that shit is, yo, it's corny now. Because a lot of the beef and a lot of the BS, man, really, really hurt the culture. bad enough dudes are not getting shows. Dudes are not touring. They're not getting played on the radio. The radio play is down. There's no hip hop venues. Do you know there is no hip hop venues? Where are you going right now for the hip hop scene? There is no more Tunnel. There is no more Muse. There is no more Speed. They do not want hip hop in these venues no more. They don't, because it's a security risk and nobody wants to insure it. And then you got dudes who ain't about shit, who ain't gonna amount to shit, that just can't wait to go out. So how do you get in the Barclays? So that means you're an invited guest and you go there to fight? Just really think about that. We don't got shit in hip hop no more. And I know everybody, I see people in the comments saying, we taking it back to this. Man, you ain't taking it back to shit. Stop fronting. Because a lot of y'all don't even monetize this and make no money off this. A lot of y'all have never made a living off it. A lot of y'all have never been in a record label, never put your name on nothing, don't have a bank account, don't know nothing about nothing. And you keep saying that, well, we taking it back to. Why y'all always want to take it back to something when the object of living is to move forward and future-proof a lot of shit? Y'all always want to take it back to something. We take it back. We don't take it back to. Take it back. What about the future? We don't live in the past. We live in the now and the future. And we got to do things now to secure the future of the culture. Ain't no taking it back to shit. Ain't no records out the trunk. Who be outside? Who be outside? And if you're a grown-ass man and you outside, there's something wrong with you. Because if you have children, a wife, and responsibility, if you have a dog in the house, you're supposed to be in the house, taking care of yourself and your family. Who got time as a grown-ass man to be outside in 2025? Outside doing what? So we taking it back to this. So, okay, where the in-stores at? Where do they sell music at? Give me the mom and pop stores that sell music. Right now, who sells CDs, tapes, and vinyl? If you wanted to go right now to a store and do an in-store where people are doing meet and greet, where you going? I'll wait. If they say right now, said rapper's gonna be here, you going? No, because you think you more lit than him or her. You got more followers than him or her. Oh, it was only 10 people on his live. People don't even rock with him. Cut it out. Cut it out. A lot of y'all do not know about this culture, but you are living vicariously to what you heard and what you think. It does not work with what you heard and what you think. You got to be in it to win it. We are down bad. We have no home. They're suppressing us on the internet. They're removing your followers. They're suppressing us. And y'all think everything is cute. Y'all think beefing is cute. And that shit is fucking up. It's fucking everything up because people are saying, yo, this is a risk. I don't want to deal with it. Where dudes going to freestyle? Shout out to DJ, the infamous Amadeus, that's at least going from hood to hood. But see, I don't want to put that bad word out there. Hopefully it never happens, but it's only a matter of time for niggas fuck that up, because niggas fuck everything up and y'all love it. Y'all gonna spread the video. Y'all gonna do all that. Y'all love that. Y'all love anything that's messing this up. Y'all love anything that destroys us, but then you so-called want to be in it. And yeah, we taking over. You think you, your man, and Star Mailing them and the crew is going to be the ones to uplift us. Nah, man. Nah. It don't work like that. Shout out to you, Pride Heights 60 for sending, yeah, dudes, you know, they see, because this is what I'm saying. When you put that on Max B name, it's fucking this shit up. Who's his crew? Who's his entourage that's out there fighting and flipping? Man was on stage performing. And I seen it, yo, Max B knocked Ja Rule out. And see, me being who I am and how I think, I say, well, that don't really make no sense. I never known them to have an incident or something like that. So I started thinking, damn, what happened with them? That they would do that. What is that about? But then, fifth. Yo, niggas is 50 years old and y'all still perpetuating bullshit? At 50, when do you grow up? When the fuck is niggas gonna grow up? When do you don't get tired of seeing shit? This is what you into? So when your little babies and your children have issues and problems in school or the house, that's just how you resolve shit. You tell your kids to go to school and hurt somebody. You tell your kids to bash their little brother in the head and shit like that, or you know how to do conflict resolution. You don't get tired of that shit. And this is how I know many people are not from the inner city, right? Reason why I know that, because when you from the inner city and you know when your motherfucking life is in danger, you look at everything different. I know what it's like to have my life in danger. I know what it's like to, I can't go down that block and I done been shot at, I done been stabbed and I done been jumped. I know what that shit is like. So I don't be wanting that for nobody. I mean, shit be happening, but I'm not going to try to say, yo, this is happening and that's happening, because again, it was cool when we was doing DVDs. It was cool when we was doing certain things. But now, look how the culture is down bad. Right, yeah. Travel first. Look, it was at a restaurant, and I'm like, damn, a restaurant? That restaurant got a bad rap. Then it was at the Barclays. Then it was Max B. Then it's just a bad look for the culture, man. And you, us as the audience, the supporters, if you really love it, I'm telling you, they trying to get rid of us, man. I've been telling y'all that, and you are helping it. So you must not love the culture. But then you got all these vulture ass dudes who be reporting and doing shit, and they get rewarded. But nobody don't say nothing because they become the authority and they became the voice of this shit that's ours. They ain't a voice of what's ours, and y'all give them the voice. Because they said it is law. And think, they will lie and will not come back and correct the story. They will lie and will not come back and correct the story. They'll just leave it at what it is. This happened. Like them folks ain't watching, like the big boys. Y'all don't know what it's like to have them big boys after you. You don't know what it's like to talk on the phone. You don't know what it's like to be in a courtroom and somebody's on trial for unaliving somebody and the cops is in there like, yo, yeah, that's his crew in the gallows right there. And you like, you don't know what that shit is like, man. This shit different when you dealing with certain things. But for your entertainment, why is your entertainment always about somebody being harmed, hurt, or fucking the shit up? Divine said the fact that he just got out and want him to crash out after 17 years saddens me. Like, give him a chance, live and become different men. Exactly. So, like, even if I interviewed him, I wouldn't talk to him about none of that stuff that we talked about before. That's not what I would talk about. I would bring a fresh new energy. That's besides the point. But people think that I would interview him and we would rehash. I wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's obviously changed. He don't look the same. You in jail for 16, 17 years, yo, a fucking tree was growing. Remember when trees used to take years to grow? But I'm just saying the audience is not growing up. The niggas who was in the venues is not growing up. And then you could fuck it up for Max. And you're not thinking about that. You could fuck it up for Max, Ja Rule, and Fat Joe and whatever act. R&B right now might be the only way dudes could sneak on tours. That might be the only way dudes could get little spot days, be able to get a couple of dollars, because if they canceling, Rhapsody is Rock Nation. Rock Nation is Live Nation. Live Nation, let me give y'all some jewels real quick. Live Nation controls almost all the venues everywhere. Let me give y'all something real quick. I don't know if you know that. When you go to Ticketmaster, when you go to shit is Live Nation. Rock Nation is signed to Live Nation. So a lot of artists was going to Rock Nation and it had nothing to do with Jay-Z. It was that Rock Nation was playing the middleman to get in people to get shows. That's why people were signing to Rock Nation. It wasn't no Jay-Z shit, because Rock Nations is not a record company. It's a management company, and that's how people were eating because you only eat in the music industry off your shows. So, Rock, you think you're going to be able to deal with Live Nation directly? No, you're going to deal with them. Let them police y'all. Live Nation, Rock Nation is signed to Live Nation. Look it up. That's who gave Rock Nation the bread. Look it up for yourself. One thing about me, I'm never going to cap. Why do you think it's called Rock Nation? Live Nation. Live Nation controls all the venues. I'm telling you. So if you want to tour, who's going to be able to set up your tours? Either you're going to be able to get a direct deal if you're big enough with Live Nation, or you're going to go through Rock Nation. That's why people were signing to Rock Nation. Had nothing to do with, oh, I'm down when I'm Rockefeller, I'm getting a chain. No, we want to get tours. We want to get touring. That's how we eat. Tours, spot dates, walkthroughs. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody, Divine, what's your name? Divine Eternally said, imagine holding a 20-year grudge. Yeah, but people want Jim Jones to forgive Max, but 50 don't have to forgive nobody. He could just hate forever. So, okay. So the touring is down bad. Rhapsody is Rock Nation. She can't tour. She can't sell on no venue by herself. As much people, Rhapsody is dope. She can't do no tour. Joey Badass had a good year, right? He was on the Kendrick Lamar disc. He's on Power. He's on all these shows. He couldn't sell out no tour. Glorilla had to cancel a tour. Look how many rap artists canceled their tours. But we believe in that. They got all these streams. We're believing that they got all these followers. We believe in that they get all these views, but they can't tour. If you are a lit artist, why are you canceling your tours? Because you can't sell tickets, because a lot of that shit is capped. Absol is TDE. TDE is where Kendrick was. So just off the Kendrick name and the Kendrick affiliation, you can't, people not buying tickets? Busta Rhymes canceled his tour. Yeah, everybody's canceling their tour because they can't sell tickets. The culture is down bad. So what a lot of people are going to be doing, they're going to start combining to tour. Yo, we're going to need a headliner. R&B is always good. So you might have any like throwback tour where you throw like, why you think Patti LaBelle, Shaka Khan, Gladys Knight, and I forgot the fourth person. They went on tour together. Why you think New Edition and Boys the Men and all of them are going on tour together? Because not one person can sell out a venue right now. So right now, people are using each other to tour the way they had to do back in the days, right? So now you got Monica and Brandy, the fake rivals, or once was rivals at some time. They got the Boy Is Mine tour. So what they say is, you know what? We love hip hop. We from the country. This R&B, Stephanie Mills. Yeah, thank you, Iceberg Slim. Shout out to Stephanie Mills. Listen, they're R&B, but they could sneak some hip hop in there because they're from the urban culture. So you got hip hop in there. Ja Rule got great records. I don't know what is it about hating on Ja Rule. I got a mind of my own, so I don't dislike Ja Rule, and I like his fucking music. That's that. So they say we're gonna bring Ja Rule out. You know he gonna do a great show. You know he got records for the stadium. Fat Joe got records for the stadium. They actually did a verses against each other, so we know what they're capable of. What happens? You see Ja Rule and you want to fight. So now they like, hold on. It's almost like saying, You can't take niggas nowhere. So somebody said Currency and Larry June killing it. You think Currency and Larry June is on stadium tours? That's what you think? Why you think these people are always overseas? Why you think they're always overseas? And Kendrick had the biggest year. Of course he's gonna be able to tour. He did the fucking Super Bowl. Please leave Kendrick out of it. Because if you're gonna keep using Kendrick as the catalyst and NBA YoungBoy is the catalyst, that's two people in a culture with thousands. So that's not a win. That's not a flex either. So you can say Kendrick all you want. That's not a flex. And he went out with SZA, which R&B too. He didn't go out by himself. He went out with SZA. So that's not a flex. Kendrick, NBA. So you trying to tell me out of thousands of rappers, only two could go on tour? That's not a flex. That's actually bad. That actually proves my point. And Kendrick didn't go out by himself. He went out with SZA. So cut it out with the Kendrick. He came off the fucking Super Bowl. Like the whole millions of people saw him. So what do y'all talk about? You know what I'm saying? What are y'all talking about? You're actually proving my point. But the point I'm making is that for the sake, you know what? You want to keep typing that? You know what? You gotta go. Now you blocked. Now you on timeout for 24 hours. Come back tomorrow and type Currency and Larry June. And then type your mother too. But think about this, right? I don't like arguing and debating with y'all in the chat because many times y'all don't be knowing what the fuck y'all talking about. You know what I'm saying? So if Kendrick took, all right, let me tell you why Kendrick took SZA out. What rappers was he going to take out? He needed something for the ladies, right? So, because if it's his tour, that means he could take with whoever he want, right? They's going to be lit because everybody came to see him. Why do you think he took out and not somebody else? Still need R&B. You still need R&B. You think ladies is going to sit there for an hour or 2 hours and watch? Anyway, I'm just saying, shit like this happening is very bad for the culture. They're already closing all the venues to us. They're already closing the outlets. The outlets like us and some of us that report the culture and want to do hip hop interviews, they're already making it to where nobody really cares about hip hop. They're already making it to where the drama, the beef and all that is more important than hip hop. But if you love the culture, you got to start saying, yo, hold on, man, that's fucking shit up. And at one time we used to police shit. At one time we used to say, yo, you fucking it up for everybody, man. You got to chill. So you know how like all of us got unruly friends. All of us got people who don't know how to act, whether it's family members, whether it's homeboys, whether it's day one people, and whether it's somebody you just met. We all got people who don't know how to act. What do? We leave them home. People who get drunk and act stupid, you can't come. Because I want to go have a good time. I want to go tonight and have a good time. I want to enjoy myself, especially if you're spending money. But how do you get access to backstage? That's not a good, that everybody don't get. So you're already in a privileged position, and then you go there and you want to fight? And you want to fight. That's what you got. When you go out, listen, we men, right? For the men in here, and even the ladies, me, when I went out, I wanted to see ladies. I wanted to be in the comfort of some femininity, some estrogen. I didn't never want to go to no sausage parties, and I never wanted to be around a bunch of dudes because niggas is just I don't want to be around a bunch of dudes. That's just me. I don't want to be around a bunch of dudes. That's just me. If it's too many dudes there, I don't feel comfortable and positive because niggas gonna be strutting around like peacocks for each other, playing grab ass. That ain't my cup of tea. But when I go places and when I used to go out and there was ladies there and a lot of people was there chilling and the vibes was right, that's where I want to be. But what make you go out and say, I'm going out to fight? I'm going out to fight. Tonight, I'm going to the Boy Is Mine tour. I'm going to get backstage and I want to fight. Even at the age we at, if somebody step on your shoe and say, my bad, no problem. We still walking around with what you looking at. We still walking around with this aggression that when you see somebody that look like you, somebody that's from where you from, you want to harm them, but the people who really harm you and the system that harm you, you ain't got no smoke for. You don't got no smoke for them. That man sitting next to you on the train just decided your whole fate. Because I ain't got nothing to do with you not getting a loan for your home, a loan for your car, child support, Con Edison cutting your lights out. I ain't do that shit. I ain't got nothing to do with that. So many dudes walking around with this pent up aggression, with this anger, but it's misplaced anger. Fuck you mad at me for? I didn't do that. So being that I'm sitting here, I got to get punched in my face for some shit that I said on YouTube 3 years ago. You want to flip on me, but the people who fuck with your whole life, who put you in the conditions that you in, you ain't got no smoke for because they're not identifiable, but I'm identifiable. I need to get it. Why do I need to get it? So you can run to the internet and say, yeah, I just caught him in this, that, and the third. So you want clout. You want approval from other men. Because real people who do shit move in silence. Real people who do shit ain't gonna say they did it. Real people who do shit don't even want no. Nah, I don't want the police to know, so I ain't do nothing. This is why I think guys who join gangs are fruity, who wants to be looking to be for other dudes. This is what I'm saying. Well, listen, and we're going to talk about the street organizations, the inception of what they were being created for. I'm all for that. It was really more about creating, defending the neighborhood and creating a camaraderie with dudes. Once it turned into some other stuff where I don't like you because you got a certain hat on, but I don't know you, but I'm from Brooklyn and I got beef in Brooklyn, but then now I got beef in the Bronx because you said you were part of this, but I don't know none of y'all Bronx dudes, but I know the dudes in Brooklyn. It's getting a little weird now. That's when it's a little weird. Sometimes you can identify the people you don't like by proxy. But when you start saying, oh, and the dudes in the Bronx too who represent that, I don't like y'all either. Huh? That don't make no sense at all. Hold on. Now accepting new clients, consultation with Coach Kandaka. This is for artists, podcasters, business owners, content creators alike, like myself. The services include social media growth, brand clarity, organic supporter building, rollout strategy, product management, and monetization strategy. Just DM at Coach Kandaka on Instagram to book a session now, and it definitely can help you if you book a session, because you're going to get that info you need. I just had to do my own commercials. But then think about this. We at a point in time where we watching people take our culture, doing what they want. So snitches get stitches. Nobody likes a snitch, allegedly. But everybody who's a snitch, self-proclaimed snitch, or snitched, a self-proclaimed rat. Look how many views, likes, and comments they get. Look how much engagement they get. Why is it that people who's like, fuck this culture, fuck black women, fuck this, why do they get so much? Why they get so much light? When you could be taking that light that you looking at them and looking at who you love. Why do you say what you don't like, but neglect what you do like? Why do you, instead of you going onto somebody's comments and saying this shit is fire, you go onto somebody's comments and say this shit is corny? Why is the people you don't like so lit? But the people you love, you clown. Oh, you don't get no views. Your channel is dead. And then you will go all out, and you will create a whole campaign on something you don't like. And the shit that you love, you don't say nothing. You're telling Beyonce happy birthday? And it's your man's birthday, but you won't say nothing because he didn't say happy birthday to you. Neither did she. And she didn't hear you. But your man didn't say happy birthday to you, so you're not saying it to him. And you a man, though. You are a man. Testosterone, testicles, man. Facial hair, man. And this is how you think, and this is how you carry yourself. I'm not liking his post because he didn't like mine. Maybe a person didn't see it. That's why I repost all the time. That's why I start every show the same way. Shit, you might not have caught the last live stream. You might, but I'm gonna give you the information. And a lot of people are struggling around this time of the year because of loss of family. This is the most depressive time of the year because these holidays are family oriented. Many people lost their family through people being deceased, through divorce, through people not getting along, through people not living close to each other. You got Halloween, it's for the children. You could be separated from your children. You used to buy their costumes, you used to, whatever the case may be. So that bothers you. Then you got Thanksgiving. You remember how y'all all used to sit together. Some people passed away in your family. Some people are no longer here. Some people moved. So Thanksgiving is twisted. Then you got Christmas, where y'all spent time together, y'all open up presents and y'all this. So a lot of people are going through it, and you worried about if I liked your fucking post. Just really think about that. People right now are fighting for their life, fighting if they want to even fucking live anymore. Dealing with ailments, whether it's mental, physical, or both, or just not even knowing if they want to be on this plane anymore. And you're worried about if they liked your post. That's some selfish ass shit. That's why I don't complain when it's not 1,000 people in here. I just do what I could do. Yo, you saw it, you saw it. If you didn't, you didn't. Some people going through it. Some people are not doing well financially. Some people don't make what they used to make. Some people can't. Some people got to take a second and third shift to support their family. Shit is hard out here, and you're worried about. And think about this. People want you to like they posts, and they not even monetized. Divine Eternally, thank you for your super chat. And you said being a man equates to more than just chronological age. Being a man entails mental, emotional, and spiritual balance and stability. I'm monetized. This is how I earn my living. This is how I keep the lights on and create content and take care of myself and others. So what happens is people start saying, I'm competing with that nigga now. I don't even do what he do, but I just don't want to see him win. Cause he don't like muddy waters too. So I gotta punish him. That's why I be like, yo, these niggas can suck a dick. That's why I don't care. Cause I'm like, yo, you always gonna become the villain somehow. We're villains by opinion, but you'll have people right on television that tell you how you feel about them, and you'll still go vote for them. How they feel about you, and you'll still go vote for them. You'll still watch them. Because all they got to do is say sorry and all is forgiven. But me, oh, I never forgive him. I don't tune into him. I don't watch with him. I don't fuck with him. Over a hip hop opinion. I seen people, I ain't even gonna mention their name no more because it don't even matter, because I'm gonna get called a hater. I seen motherfuckers say black women stink. I seen motherfuckers defending Rory. It just is what it is. If you got the complexion for the connection, shit. But when you see me, I gotta get punched on my head. I gotta get swung on just for clout. And then when I boom one of y'all niggas, I'm gonna sit there and wait for the Jake to come and say, yo, that nigga came playing. I put one of these hollows in them because I ain't playing with nobody. But I don't want to though. I don't go out to say, yo, I'm a pop something. I don't go out like that. I go out like, yo, I'm going out to have fun. I'm going to places. I'm thinking about the event. But I am here to defend myself and my family at all times. But I don't think about that. I don't think about being the aggressor in any situation. But I am the black piece on the chessboard. Just know if you make a move, you're going to get checkmated the very next move. Whether it's a punch or anything, I'm going to boom you and just stand there and be like, yo, tried to take me out. So he laying there right now. And he's coughing up some red shit. I don't know what's going on. But he tried to take me out. But this is where we at right now, where dudes is old, still acting like little niggas. And ladies, how y'all be letting these fucking weird mental midgets get on top of y'all and procreate with them? These niggas ain't even mature. Like, these niggas is not mature. Like, you a certain age and you attracted to that shit? What does that say about you? Because real men don't like a lot of shit from ladies. Real men don't like BBLs. We don't like none of that fake shit. We don't like a lot of makeup. We don't like a lot of shit. We like natural beauty. We like natural bodies. We like support, cool attitudes, and camaraderie and getting along. That's what men like. Don't be fooled by what you see on social media. We don't like that shit. It's just the truth. But how y'all ladies is falling for these fake thug, mook, outfit niggas or pushing pack dudes or scamming dudes, and how y'all falling for that? I don't know. Because there's more of us than it is them. And real dudes do not gravitate and rock with those type of dudes. See, one thing about real dudes, we don't fuck with certain type of dudes. We look at them as derelicts. That nigga's a derelict. Look at this nigga. Nigga went and bought clothes and his teeth was fucked up. This is what we say. Nigga went and bought a car, ain't even got nowhere to stay. This is what we say. Look at this nigga. Nigga still talk about selling drugs in fucking 2025 and what the hell is going on, and there's police presence everywhere and snitches everywhere, but this nigga want us to believe that he getting street money. Real dudes gonna go get a job. We don't fuck with cap. Dudes be capping, we be like, man, that nigga lying. Y'all be believing that shit? When has liars became the voice of everybody? Like, your nigga lying. The nigga's obviously lying. Because if anybody is this big time hustler, why y'all niggas want record deals then? Put your own shit out. Do your own shit. You lit, right? Do your own shit. What if I was sitting here saying, I wanted to do this, but I didn't get the artwork. I've been waiting for the artwork, or I've been waiting for them to mix my album, or they didn't give me the beat that I want. Then I ain't no boss then. Do your own shit. So when people be depending on other people for shit, I be like, man, nigga be capping. That nigga ain't no boss. Imagine me signing to somebody. I can only partner with somebody. You can't sign somebody like me. You can't. I'm too much of an entity. I know how to do too much. To sign with you, why would I sign with you? Why would I bring my skills and shit and make your shit lit when I know and can do more than you? So basically what it is, you giving me money, I could just go get a bank loan. Fuck I need you for? If I'm lit, what am I signing with you for? Because you gonna give me money? I just go get a loan. Because that's really what you giving me. So when I see niggas, we get on, we gonna get on, we gonna get on. Get on? What the fuck is you talking about? Nigga, put yourself on. What are you talking about? You really pick up another nigga flag? So let me get this straight. Let me talk in street terms real quick. I'm from Waverly Avenue, Waverly and Fulton. But I'm gonna go to Washington and act like I'm from Washington because they're lit on Washington. So I say, fuck my block, because I'm a Washington Avenue nigga now. That is called dick riding. That is called posse jumping. That is called hood hopping. That's what it's always been. But now we're seeing that it's not that anymore. Now it's called networking. And they're confusing networking with dick riding. If you really are who you say you are, then just do you. Make it happen. That's what I was telling y'all about leaders and bosses. But, you know, shit like that be going over niggas' heads. And then certain people with so-called bigger platforms got to steal my thoughts and what I got to say. And then y'all listen to it. I get it. It happens all the time. I'm not even mad at that. But the culture is down bad. The culture is down bad because of social media. And I'm going to tell you something. People want hip hop. Let me show y'all something if I could. Let me show y'all something. This proves my point. On my Instagram, I do a lot of tributes at Doggie Diamonds on Instagram, shameless plug. I post what I love. I post the people that I appreciate in hip hop. I posted 3 times dope. Can you see them? They had a song called Funky Dividends by 3 times dope. The lead rapper is EST. I love Philly. Y'all know I love Philly rappers, and I love EST. That's one of the originals, along with Steady B, Cool C, Hilltop Hustlers. I'm gonna show you. Oh, no, don't play the music. I'm gonna show y'all the insights for hip hop on Instagram. That's the amount of views that got. For a hip hop post, this is hip hop. If you share it more, and if you put it out there more, people gonna receive it. Yeah, it's gonna be some of that BS, but we still gotta keep pushing the line. You still gotta keep pushing the line. Hold on, let me show you this too. Because it's a little dark, so I gotta brighten it to show you what I'm talking about. 89% of the people are non-followers that don't even follow me. They won't hit the follow button, but they like the content. A lot of people saw it in the feed, the stories. 5,500 interactions, that's too bright. 3,800 likes. 1,000, 1,100 shares. Now, I got like 75,000 followers on IG. But this is hip hop. This is EST. This is funky dividends. You know what I'm saying? This is stop. They will block the video. That song came out a long time ago. So what I'm saying is, if we keep pushing it, eventually they will come. We can only do certain things on YouTube because monetarily we can't do it. But if we keep pushing it on different outlets, they're going to come. They're going to show up because people want that. People are tired of the bullshit, but people don't know how to break out of it because the bigger platforms only push bullshit. And you know who the bigger platforms are. How often do they talk about hip hop? And they ruin it so much because what happens is they start flooding shit, they start saturating shit, and they just start making it. And then they fuck up shit and then leave that. Everybody podcasting now. So what happened to the music? I did a post on that too. Telling you, if you follow my IG, you see a lot of stuff that I be talking about. Hold on. Let me show y'all this if I could. Look what that say. If you can see it. Let me just turn the brightness down a little bit for you. So if everyone is podcasting, who's making the music? That don't tell you that you're not worried about that. If everybody is podcasting, who's making the music? And of course, you're going to get the comments of, yeah, me and my man and all that shit is cool. Salute to you and your man. Okay. If everybody is podcasting, who's making the music? What does that say about hip hop? What does that say about the culture? Whoa. They trying to get me. They trying to get me kicked off of YouTube. But this is what I'm saying. The post was made that I made was, if everybody is podcasting, who's making the music anymore? Because there's prominent people with podcasts that don't even make music no more, but they didn't even pass the torch. They didn't even put nobody on. They didn't even put anybody put anybody in position. You said Max B back the game good now. Y'all got to be a little bit more realistic with Max B too, though, because Max B got a lot of mixtape songs, but he never had a mainstream song. So y'all gotta stop, because it's a thin line between loving somebody and wanting to see somebody win. But I don't remember. I'm just being real with you, and this goes for everybody. Back when I did that interview, a lot of people wasn't fucking with him. That's just the truth. A lot of people, none of these radios, none of these magazines, none of these people. I know he see a lot of fake love, but y'all really overdoing. Y'all overdoing it a little bit, because y'all said the same shit about Remy. Y'all said the same shit about Bobby Shmurda. Y'all said the same shit about Rowdy. And the funniest thing is that y'all don't even let people come home and say, yo, let the nigga get acclimated back to society. Let the nigga spend time with his family. Y'all be trying to throw a nigga back in the booth. So if you saying the game is good because he's home, so that's saying that everybody who been out here doing it ain't shit. That's basically what you're saying. And I think that's disrespectful. I think that's disrespectful to the people who've been putting on for the culture. You know what I'm saying? And that's a good time. You know what? I'm gonna segue into that topic real quick if I could, because I'm gonna clip this. I'm gonna clip this. And this is a whole new show now, because I gotta clip this. I'm clipping this and putting out this clip. I seen Mike Epps talking to Jim Jones about people who's coming home from prison shouldn't be cellified. They were trying to satirize me, beseech me. I was thinking that. Shouldn't be celebrated because they failures. I disagree with that. Because some people who are coming home from prison, we have to always understand that some people pay their debt to society. Some people made a mistake. And for people who made mistakes, come home with a different mentality via their ways, actions, the way they walk, the way they talk, we should celebrate people for coming home saying, I'm not on that type of time no more. The time I was on was very, very destructive and it hurt and harmed a lot of people. I apologize. That's how people make parole. So if the parole board could forgive people and let them out, why would we say, yo, dudes is a failure or they don't deserve to be back out here? Now, if they come back and they on the same type of stuff, they didn't learn nothing. They just need to be there. But nah, we have to respect change in people. And I find that to be funny because we saying people who come home from jail, or he said that people who come home from jail are failures and we shouldn't celebrate them. But this country, America, was founded by outcasts from England. And they're celebrated. They're on the money. They're on the money. No pun intended. They're celebrated. They got holidays. And they're outcasts. They open the jails and shit like that in America. Look it up. The first president and all of them, they wasn't good people. So if you could come back out to society, rehab, because a lot of people who's in prison are doing great things. A lot of them learn how to get their trades in there. A lot of them got degrees. A lot of them got doctorates. A lot of them write books now. A lot of them are doing stuff for the youth. But I know what you're really saying. Don't forgive niggas. But when it comes to everybody else, they could be rehabilitated. They could come out and be great people, just not us. That's because you hate you. Don't try to push that shit on us. Don't try to say they're a failure because, again, when I look at the situation with Max B, of course somebody was unalive in the situation, but if he come home on that same type of time, that's one thing, but he doesn't seem to be on that same type of time. But the man did 16, 17 years. So everybody talking this forgiveness shit, but that's why it's called paying your debt to society. Don't you you got jail time and you did your jail time and you didn't pay your debt to society. I'm confused by that. Because everybody who goes to prison is not always guilty, too. Some people get railroaded. Some people get caught up in the system. Some people don't know any better about the systematic things. So that's like saying the Central Park Five, aka the exonerated five, are failures. That's like saying that. And they did a gang of time in jail. Some of them might have learned to be better or more criminal than they was when they were younger. Because although they didn't do what they were accused of doing, they said they did it. That's systematic. That happens all the time. Not saying everybody is innocent, but not everybody is guilty either. Some people say, yo, look, I'm not gambling. What can you give me? Because I'm not gambling. So some people are taking time. Some people are taking shit and they're innocent. Not in all cases, but some. But when they come out and they talking about, when they come out and they're talking to the youth and they doing great things, how could you call them a failure if they getting back to society and they showing society that, yo, man, that shit ain't no place to be? How are they a failure? But I think Mike Epps was just saying that because he was sitting next to Jim Jones and he wanted to make Jim Jones comfortable, which is weak. It's really, really weak. That's weak. So I'm not gonna say all the people who was in prison, because shit, look how Malcolm X was a criminal and a prisoner. Is he a failure? Was he a failure? How many times did Martin Luther King get locked up? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad was locked up. Muhammad Ali got locked up. So you can't say somebody's a failure if they went to prison. That's not how that works. That shit is dumb to say. It's actually stupid to say. But the deep thing is that one thing Malcolm said too was comedians, singers, trumpet players are not leaders. They're entertainers. An entertainer should never be your leader. Because 1 minute he's serious and then 1 minute he cracking jokes and fucking playing. It's nah. Hold on. Put this motherfucker on time. So when you saying, yeah, people who went to prison is failures. Come on now. That shit is just dumb to say. But I mean, I don't know. I'm different. I don't really expect much wisdom to come out of the mouth of certain people. And I think a lot of dudes got the broke clock syndrome. Like when you looked at the clock, it was the right time. But then you didn't look back and realize it was on that same time for 21 hours. So I watch these interviews and I watch people talk, and I take a lot of that shit with a grain of salt, because I'm a grown ass man. As being a grown ass man, you ain't even really supposed to be listening to other dudes who's trying to lead you and they don't really have no leadership qualities. Especially if you don't aspire to do what they do or whatever. Like, I don't expect a nigga to talk about prison and all that shit. Who fucking gonna listen to prison talk from Mike Epps? I'm gonna listen to prison talk from somebody who been to prison. And I don't care how many times he's been locked up, because if that's the case, if he's been locked up, then was he a failure when he came out? Some people come out of prison and do rock. Remember Rock? Whoa, 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 whoa. Rock did all that time in prison. How could you call him a failure if he had a TV show? So we could go on and on. Wesley Snipes was in prison. Like, we can't just condemn somebody because they went to prison, because shit, they be trying to lock all of us up. So it really don't make no sense him saying that. I think that shit was dumb. And I kind of would have challenged him on that. I wouldn't have just let him say that and just, nod my head or whatever, because I'm happy that he's there. That's the problem with a lot of these interviews too. And that's a lot of problem with this content, because people are not really getting challenged. They just saying shit and it's just what's being said. And I don't even know. I think it's a situation sometimes where it's a little bit of trolling going on, where people are just saying some real outlandish shit to go viral, because I think there's a lot of that too. But Mike Epps, that shit was just dumb. That was just dumb to say. This shit ain't make no sense. But I didn't plan on keeping y'all here too long. I got a few things to do. I got some editing that I'm working on, and I don't even know how to get back to my other screen. I don't know where it's at. That's not it. That was the number. If I can find it. That's not it. I got a bunch of things down here. That's not it either. That's it. That's not it either. Can't find nothing around here. There we go. All right. I'm about to get up out of here. Black Friday is coming, so I got to get prepared. I wish I could show y'all a peek of what I was about to show y'all on Friday. But I can't. But I'm about to get up out of here. I got work to do. I know y'all probably don't care, but you should care because when it's on other platforms, people care and they watch it. I got a 4-hour interview with Benzino. More clips are coming out. And when he's everywhere else, the views is up. So I don't know why. I don't know why too. When people be interviewing these people, the numbers be outrageous. But when I interview them, people act like they don't care. They be like, oh, this washed up nigga out here. I don't know. Maybe I got the wrong audience. I don't think I got the wrong audience. I hope
Doggie Diamonds did this.
I hope I don't have the wrong audience. But I'm just saying, when I interview somebody, I get a lot of flack. But when other people interview these people, the numbers be through the roof, hundreds and all this stuff. When I interview them, people be like, oh, nobody want to hear what this thing. But you wanted to hear when he was over there. Just really think about that. You wanted to hear it when it was on there. I don't care what y'all want to hear or don't want to hear. I'm putting shit out. For those who want to hear it, I respect them. If you don't, keep scrolling. Don't bother me. But make sure you subscribe. And if you're not getting the notifications, you got to hit that bell or just go to Doggie Diamonds TV because everything is on there. You know what I'm saying? Everything is on there. I am shadow banned. It's cool. But you know how you break that? The people got to hit the like, the people got to hit the share, the people got to support. Because one thing about these platforms, they want to make their money too. So when they see super chats coming through, when they see people sharing, liking, and commenting, they like, oh, nah, we could lift that now because this is important. But if you're not going to do that and you ain't going to support the platform, then they going to be like, nobody cares. So I can't make people care. All I could do is just drop content. So if you care, you got to show, you got to share. You got to share it to your Facebook. You got to share it to your Instagram. If you tag me in anything, I'm definitely going to acknowledge your tag. Do and clip shit the way you do for everybody else. That's all you got to do. Clip them little portions. Shout out to slimhiphop.com. Slip on. I'll get it right next time. They always clipping something to mine to tagging me. I'll be like, shit, let me get that. You did a better job on that than me. So shout out to the people who are on Instagram. Do shit. I read my chat messages when they are in super chat, but sometimes I can't do that. All the time. But yeah, yo, let me get up out of here, man. Until next time, I'm in edit mode. I'm in album mode. Damn, I was gonna let y'all hear some shit tonight, but another time I'll let y'all hear. But I thank y'all for joining me tonight. And for anybody who want to interview on the channel, let me give you the information right now. To get interviewed on Doggie Diamonds TV, just hit me up on IG at Doggie Diamonds. This is a special offer. You better hop on it. It's a 35-minute interview. Social media promo included. It could be live streamed on here or taped. And an additional guest could be in your interview with you. It could be a group member, your producer, whoever you want. Although you're paying, or you could just get down with somebody. You say, yo, let's do this interview. Let's go half and half, the way I used to do for that reefer. Facts.
Doggie Diamonds did this.
I'm out.
Doggie Diamonds did this. Doggie Diamonds did this. Doggie Diamonds did this.